We are back on KindaSound. It is me, Giles Bryant, the host of the Awakening Show, and I am so pleased to have Heather Donaldson with me. Heather, how you doing?
Hi, good. I'm really good today, and it's great to see you again.
It's lovely to see you. Heather, I think you're a hero. I mean, you're undoubtedly a hero. You're a hero to many people because I've got to know you over the last maybe 5 years when there's been events. And there's been events, often freedom events or healing events or holistic events. And when you have these events, you have, lots of people turning up and you can't just have anyone walking in. You need a friendly face on the gate, taking people's tickets, directing them to what's going on. And you have fulfilled that role brilliantly. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of these events. Absolutely amazing. How's it been for you working at so many of these events?
I absolutely love it. I get to meet so many lovely, lovely people that I would never ordinarily cross paths with. Um, and it's great. It's great to be able to help people when they arrive, one of these events they've never been before, make their lives a bit smoother, telling them where to find different things. And it's just such a lovely, lovely thing to do. Loads of like-minded people. It's great. And
Yeah.
then what is even better still, and then when I go to another event, sometimes those people turn up again and then they remember me. And that's really nice because I've obviously helped them on that bit of the journey. And
Yeah.
that was great. And then they tell other people to come. So it's all about spreading that word as well, isn't it? They're comfortable, oh, really friendly. Why don't you come as well?
I think it's one of the most important things when you turn up somewhere. So, if it's a festival somewhere and you arrive and you might have had a long journey, it might have been a challenging journey, and that
Yeah.
first person that you meet as or you might be told to park your car by someone, whatever, but then when you're going in, I think it makes such a big impact. And it can go one or two ways. If you get that Heather welcome, you know, it's like the sunshine and the radiance. And but if you don't, I've been at events before where I'll just be sort of hanging around, and then someone will say, "Oh well, when I got in and da da da," and they'll have a big moan because something's not gone right, and that's then what they do. They just it just puts them into that. Whereas if it's like how you greet people and you help people, um, it just changes things, doesn't it? It just brings about a shift. So Heather, I've known you, like I say, for some years, but I don't really know you that well. So one of the reasons I love doing these kind of sound things is I get to know you, other people get to know you. So just give me and the kind of sounders listening out there a little bit of background about Heather Donaldson. Tell me a little
Yeah.
story.
Okay, so hi everybody. And so I started my kind of alternative healing spiritual path probably about 30 years ago. I've been teaching Reiki a long time now. It's one of my favorite modalities to teach. And I trained as NLP practitioner, um, hypnotist, hypnosis, not hypnotist, hypnosis. I trained with Brandon Bays to be a journey therapist. Another absolute beautiful thing for people to do, healing that inner child. And then my last 4 years have really been about developing my um, light language skills, which then has moved on to me now offering this as an online course on a one-to-one basis. So it's very personal, and it means that I can reach people that don't live near me, and we can just arrange a time to suit them. So the light language really just building on all my experience over the last 25 years or so, and it's very much based on your heart, helping to heal the heart and helping people to gain their own inner power. It's all about that, really. Um, it's not it's not counselling. It's not you need to keep coming back and come back. This is about how do you each individually get your own power back. And I think so many people are looking for this these days. So rather than always looking outside to other people, you can go inside, you can go into your heart. And that's my passion, really. There's nothing nicer in the whole world than working with somebody and watching all the pennies drop in their hearts opening. And most people can connect with the light language. So it can be spoken, occasionally singing. Do you like that one? A lot of people write it or they draw patterns. Well, however that will manifest in your life then has that deep, deep power to heal within because your ego can't get involved. And that is just absolutely beautiful. There's no ego, there's no conversation. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? And all that kind of thing, because you will feel it in your body. So when I speak it, you will feel that in your body. And then when that manifests in you, however that is, you will also get to know that feeling in your body. And in the long term, what is the purpose of light language, you might ask? Is to connect with that divine essence of yourself, the divine essence that knows everything and is connected to the source. It's nothing to do with your ego. Um, it's that divine essence. And I think this is what is so needed in this time with so much chaos in the world. People can find that interaction with their higher self. There's just nothing quite like it in the whole world.
It's absolutely beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to give you this now. Heather's got a beautiful Instagram. If you go on your Instagram, you go Heather's underscore healing underscore room. Just Heather's healing room. I'm sure you search that and you're going to find it. I've just connected to you on the old Instagram. Um, and people can message you through there, find out a little bit more, or if they wanted to book a session. Indeed, let's just back up a little bit. So, what is light language?
So the right language is uh, it's the language of your soul. It's the language of your essence. And there are many different light languages. So when you listen to somebody speak light language, it won't always necessarily sound the same.
Mm.
So if you're exploring and thinking, oh, this person speaks it, explore different people, but listen with your heart because your heart will know if you resonate with that person or not. It doesn't mean they're wrong or you're wrong, it just means right at that moment you're not resonating with that energy. And um, it it tends to come quite quickly, tends to come very spontaneously. And for me, how it's grown in for me is just by giving it, allowing that to be. So for example, I swim in the sea. And so, like, I can be swimming along in the sea, and then I'm connecting with nature, and it's like, boom, I can speak whatever that is, and it feels to me, it's like just like a tonic for the day. Am I speaking it? Am I walking in the park? Am I just driving my car and the sun comes in the window? And occasionally, like if I'm working on a one-to-one, I can sometimes get a few words of what it means, but not very often because it doesn't need to be spoken in our tongue. So that as I said before, there's nothing can get in the way. So it might be that people are connected with different star families, like the Pleiades or Lyrians or um, whoever that connection may be with. And that could be the language. I mean, I probably speak three different languages, depends who I'm working with, because when I'm working with that individual, it is literally my higher self and your higher self are connecting up here, around, within us, and then that will come through me, whatever is needed for that person. So it's a total trust,
Mm.
absolute trust. And most people, they'll always say to me, oh, it just feels so good. It feels like I know the language. I know what you're saying. People will often say that to me. Um, And it's a big step for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, here's your therapist, and we can speak some light language if you like. And here's this person speaking in this language that you don't know what it is. So I do understand it is a big step forward for some people, but I think when you listen, and then when I speak to people, so I always do consultation with people beforehand so that our spirits can literally connect. Really important, really important that people feel that connection and feel comfortable. Um, you know, it's honestly, I even speak it with my little granddaughter. She's only 2 and she yabbers back to me now.
Yeah.
So it's just that deep connection. And some people um, can speak it or draw it, whatever, quite quickly. And some people it takes a little bit longer. It just depends where everybody is on their journey. You can't do it wrong. However long it takes is however long it takes. There's just no wrong way. Whatever you do now or working with me on the one-to-one basis is what is going to help you to move forward in your spiritual growth, without a doubt.
Absolutely beautiful. Do we know when people first started to sort of speak light language or connect to it? I mean, I was
Yeah,
just as you were talking, I was thinking about Mozart. I don't know why,
yeah,
but Mozart came to my mind. But I wonder. I mean, we've got
yeah,
references in the Bible, don't we, to people speaking in tongues
yes.
when the Holy
And
Spirit descended, and they'd.
yeah, and I mean, thousands of years ago, people would have gone to their shaman,
Mm,
and the shaman would have gone into a trance, and he would have had that capability to connect in to bring healing or the messages that he was going to give to those people. So it's been around for thousands and thousands of years in different ways. And I think now, because with whatever energetically is going on in our planet, we're in a very different age. Everybody needs access to this now. That's my impression.
yeah,
So yeah, it's not as specialized as it used to be. And I don't need to go and sit in a cave and go into a trance to be able to connect, which
yeah,
is quite miraculous, really.
yeah, yeah. No, it is. It is. I first came across it maybe about 20 years ago or so, and this lovely lady, Nancy, I think her name was Nancy Briers, and and she was. It was because the first time I'd experienced it was quite um strange. It was unusual to have someone looking me in the eyes and just talking to my soul in a language I couldn't understand
Yeah,
rationally. I couldn't understand it, but I could in my heart, as you were saying, I could feel it in my heart, and that was
yeah.
very special. And I remember she said, now she was American. She goes, "Now, Giles, if you ever want any other language, all you got to do is touch me on the shoulder." She called it the
Mm.
language. If you ever want some of the language, just touch.
Uh,
And a friend of mine, Catherine Kennard, shout out to Catherine Kennard. She's just had a chapter published in a book, so big up her.
really?
And she started to do it as well. She started to spontaneously do it, and she's a singer who has a terrible ability to remember lyrics. Wonderful singer, but she can't remember the words. And I said to her, just it doesn't matter. Just sing sounds.
Sing the sounds, yeah,
Sing the sounds. And Russell Stone, God rest his soul, who played with us on the first Perpetual Choirs album, he would do this thing where he would just make sounds. He wouldn't sing words. And he spent
yeah.
time with African tribes who would do the same. And I think that's what Russell was doing. I think he was doing a form of this light language. And I
I
think
think
that
so.
for Catherine Kennard, it would be wonderful if she just didn't worry about lyrics so much
Yeah,
and just let out sounds.
yeah. Sometimes if I'm doing a healing session with somebody, then particularly on the distant healing, when I do distant healing with somebody, so it's live at the time, I will sing. And I'm not a singer, Giles, so I'm definitely not a singer. However, when that comes through and it wants to be sung, I just have to trust that the person hearing it thinks, oh, that's lovely, Heather
Yeah.
singing. Um, and this is why the beauty of this higher self connection, it knows what is the best way for that message to be given and to be received. That's what's important. Yeah, yeah.
It's a beautiful practice. It's a wonderful thing. So you're offering one-to-one sessions, and
One-to-one session.
I think it's like you say, it's a brilliant thing that we have this technology now. Just as we're able to do this interview and then to broadcast it out to people all around the world
Yeah.
via the technology, it allows meaningful meaningful healing to take place uh, without people having to do the travel and all of
Yeah.
that sort of thing, which makes it worldwide, doesn't it? It gives people the ability to do that.
Yeah.
And then I know that you've was it at one of the events recently? You did a was it a workshop, light language workshop? Is that something you're also doing?
Yeah, I did workshop at the Shine. Yeah, and I will do workshop if people would like to speak to me because they want to organize a workshop for a few people, then yeah, I'm absolutely totally happy to do that. So a workshop is also very powerful. It's obviously not geared up for individual work.
Mm.
However, it's very, very powerful. And some of the people who signed up as a result of that hadn't done any light language before. But what that workshop did was it enabled it to be. So it's really interesting how it works. It fascinates me. So yeah, if people want to do workshop, because we can do that distance as well. I've got a lady I'm talking to in New Zealand right now who wants to organize something for her group.
Yeah.
So yeah, people can just please ask. Just ask. That's the best way.
It certainly is, isn't it? Ask and you shall receive. So Instagram, Heather's Healing Room. I absolutely love that. And it seems that there is a bit of a possibly a bit of a transmission, like say in Reiki, where you can attune someone with that frequency, the healing frequency of Reiki, and maybe it's a similar thing with the light language. If you're with someone who is able to do it, it maybe then can encourage your own
Yes,
ability. Maybe helping to I suppose we've all got the ability, but maybe
yes,
helping
we
to
do.
remove the blocks.
Yeah, remove the blocks and to remember, literally remember that you can do it. Because I think, unlike, and I love Reiki, but it is different because I think the light language works at a level of your DNA
Right.
to help you remember, remember, remember.
Wow.
So as time goes by, and the more you allow that just to flow out of you, you can literally feel your body does change over time and increased confidence. Um, yeah, there's so many lovely benefits to it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Heather, I wonder if we could just
Yeah,
finish this session
yeah.
with if you could just give a little bit of light language to the kind of sounders out there.
Okay, right. If everybody just place a hand on your heart and close your eyes. Warana ashahayaranda akaroyada ma'a. Sodi ishaharanda ostuhurama. E wayarana ka istaha shahayandama. Wujo kuro stirama a ni idaha shahayaranama. Kohoyeri warana ashahadarama a karot oshihiyama. E wayarana ostoho ko oshi hiha warana a stima a shahayarana a kiara nostoho shihirana ma a shaho ko ora ama a. Remember, you are a beautiful whole being. Remembering your journey, remembering your power. Wuchuho karayata mastahi, shina mastaha ayarana a. Thank you for the opportunity to pass this message. Sending much love.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Heather, for being here on KindaSound, sending out that beautiful message. So do get in contact with Heather if you want a one-to-one session, or if you want to arrange a workshop. I think we should definitely get you up here to sunny Suffolk sometime, Heather. Get you here
Great.
to do a workshop. That would be grand. We
That'd be
got a
amazing.
lovely healing center here, so let's do that. Let's make that happen. Well, Heather, I think I was going to say a final message to the kind of sounders, but I think you've just delivered it. But is there anything else you'd just like to share? Finally,
I would just strongly encourage people, however, even if just for 1 minute in the day, to connect with their heart with the intention of connecting to their inner self. Just for a moment, whatever your daily practice is, connect with your heart, because it will help to keep you grounded, and it will help this inner power to arise.
beautiful,
And call me, just message me. I'm so happy to talk to people, to explain it more, how it might be relevant for people individually. So yeah, please get in touch.
wonderful.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for being on Kind of Sound today, Heather, and
much.